Hey, what's up guys, this is Jiujitsuboy and today I want to share with you my 3 key points for maximize my workouts in the gym and obtain maximum result in my seek for hypertrophy. Well, this is very simple. There are 3 key points which are range of motion, tension and time under tension. Let's begin with range of motion. For range of motion is the available range of movement that a particular muscle can perform, and this goes from when the muscle is completely stretched and goes to when the muscle is completely contracted. So let's take for example our biceps. Our biceps are completely stretched in this position and completely contract in this position. So that will be my range of motion for this particular muscle. One way to acknowledge that you are performing your complete range of motion is looking at your antagonism muscle. So in this case, my tricep. My tricep is going to behave the opposite of my bicep. So when my bicep is completely stretched, my tricep is going to be completely contracted. You can see here my tricep pop, and when I go here, when my bicep is completely contracted, my tricep is completely stretched. Why is important range of motion? Well, range of motion guarantees us that we are recruiting or using as much of the fibers of our working muscle. So this is very important because if we go all the available range of motion, we are recruiting as much fibers as we can and we are making some kind of overload of the working muscle. If you screw it up and go a shorter version of a range of motion, the chances and odds that your muscles or your whole fibers are working is not going to be as much high as if you perform the full range of motion. Something important when you go to perform your range of motion is to check it out. What is your available range of motion? Every day that we're going to have some kind of variation depending on the stress we are under, how sore are your muscle, if your flexibility are improved or not. So if you want to avoid injuries every time you're going to start a workout, first acknowledge what are your available range of motion in that day. So until you go to grab any kind of weight, just check how long can you go with the move. So that will be the key point number 1. Now key point number 2 will be tension. Tension, if we go to the physical definition, is the sum of all the forces that I perform or exert in a certain direction. So when it comes to muscles don't understand about weight, they understand about tension or torque. Will be a force that I exert over the working muscle. So when we are performing the exercise, we want to create as much tension as we can on the working muscle. That will be guaranteed that we're going to overload our muscle on our fibers of the working muscle, and we are taking the best of the exercise. Many people are concerned about the weight they are lifting, and weight can be looked as a tool for generating tension. But if you grab a weight that you can handle, that you can own, the chances on the odds that our intelligent body is going to split the tension all over the available muscle in our body. So for example, let's take a look at the bicep curl again. If I'm doing this with really the correct way, if I grab a weight that don't allow me to do this because my biceps are incapable of lifting the weight, my body is going to start asking the help of other bigger muscles, for example my back, for example my deltoid, my shoulder. And if we go to see here, the range of motion is going to be diminished and the tension are no longer all over my working muscle. They are going to be split around other bigger muscles that are stronger, and we're going to get the best result of our exercise. So next time you pick up weight, choose a weight that you can handle, and first of all focusing on generating as much tension on the working muscle first. How you can do that? When you start making the movement, you initiate with the working muscle, not other muscle. Then you're going to contract my antagonist muscle in this case, and then start generating as much tension here, and then the movement going to start. If you start bouncing or flexing your body, your arm, you are recruiting older muscles and aiding you in the lifting, and the tension is going to be split all over this one and the other muscle that are helping. So next time you pick a weight, choose a weight that you can handle and a weight that can maximize the tension on your working muscle. That's the key point. Well, now key point number 3, which will be time under tension. This is very simple. This only means how much time you have to last the tension that I explained you before. So if you're looking hypertrophy, the ideal time that you have to submit your muscle to under that tension will be something between 40 to 70 seconds. Something below 40 seconds is not going to generate the stimulus that we are looking for, and something beyond 70 seconds will require that the tension that you are generating is not enough. So trying to focus in on achieve that every set that you do lasts at least 40 seconds. How do you do that? Well, you're going to start applying the tempo rules. Many people grab the weight and only focusing on moving the weight from point A from point B. It doesn't matter how fast they do it. They only care about how many reps they made, and that's the mistake. Well, we are very weak in this part of the movement when we lift the weight, which is called the concentric part of the exercise, and we are very strong in the eccentric part of the exercise, which is called the negative. So how can we stretch the set so with 8 or 10 reps we can achieve the 40 or 70 seconds? Well, we're going to make the concentric weight something between 1 to 2 seconds, for example. We're going to lift 1, 2, and in the eccentric part of the exercise we're going to slow the speed of the move, so we're going very slow, so we can take, for example, 3 to 4 seconds. So if you assume every rep, is going to last between 5 to 6 seconds, and if you multiply that for 8 over 10, boom, you got your 40 or more seconds. So try to apply these 3 tips, and I guarantee you that you're going to experience your best results when you exercise at the gym. Many of you maybe are thinking, hey man, I know many people that are big and don't apply that principles. Well, I know many guys like that too, and let me tell you that many of those guys are genetically blessed or using some kind of gear. That's the reason. I know many people that don't know how to train, that perform very crappy workouts, that rest a lot, that neglecting the nutrition, and even that they got excellent bodies. Man, that's nature. But regular people like me can resort to that. If we follow the workouts, we're going to achieve the same results. But it doesn't care how is your genetic or how are your potential. If you follow these 3 key points, I can guarantee you that you're going to experience your maximal results. One last thing I want to share with you is how long your workout have to last. I see many people to go to the gym and last 2, 3, 4 hours working out, and hey man, that's enough. That's more than enough. That's too much. What happens when you go to the gym? Well, the ideal is that your routine is going to be as much short as you can, but as intense at the same time. What will be the ideal? Well, when we go to the gym, we're putting our bodies under some kind of stress. So our body is going to start reacting to that stress. So at the beginning, if we are working correctly, we're going to generate some kind of lactic acid, and we're going to start raising some anabolic hormones that are going to help us achieve in the pursuit of our results. But that anabolic hormones like growth hormone, for example, is going to last for a couple of minutes, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and after that it's going to be decline and go very low. and all their catabolic hormones is going to start racing very high, very fast. So if we last in the exercise for too long, we're putting our body under a very stress situation, and we're going to need so much recover so we can start growing or being ready for the next time we hit the gym. So the ideal thing here is to work as much hard as you can in that particular window. If you go beyond that, well, you're going to be exhausted, you're going to push your body to limits, and maybe you're not going to take enough time to recover, so you're not going to experience the growth that maybe you want. So my advice is, when you hit the gym, go and hit the ironers very hard, very fast, try to rest the minimum time you need to get ready for the next set, and forget about social life, forget about chasing the cute girl that is in the other machine and all that crap. You can leave that for the end of the routine. When you finish, you can go and do whatever you want. So I hope these tips are in some kind of helpful for you, and I hope to see you guys soon on another video. So this was Jiujitsu Boy. Merry Christmas to everyone.